Hey guys, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you haven't been here, my name's Seth. I run ComingOutTarot.com. You can find out more about me at Coming Out Tarot. I am outside today. It's beautiful outside. I don't get to be outside very often, but I thought I'd take a chance and see if anybody was up and available. Hey Suski. Hey John. Hopefully this will work better than last night. Last night, for some reason, Periscope got weird, kicked everybody off my scope, and then I couldn't even get back on. So last night was weird. It was kind of a pain in the butt. So hopefully this will be a bit easier than last night. Hey Mr. Leo. Hope everybody's enjoying their Monday. Hey Caitlin. Caitlin Flo. How are you? Thanks for inviting folks. I'm certainly not normally on a Monday afternoon. Normally I would be at work right now. So I'm definitely on at a different time. Just chilling in bed. What time is it? Evening tomorrow? At least for me, evening tomorrow. Hey Keith. Hey Croc, how are you? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? Hey LuLaRoe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm usually not on Mondays, much less in the afternoon. I am in Chicago. Where are you? Thank you, I am. Right? Hey X. Plymouth, England. It is a beautiful day here. How are you, X? Well, welcome from Plymouth. Is it also 9:42 there? Are you guys in the same time zone? Doing well, thank you. Hey, Miss Missy. I tried to jump on last night and things just went crazy. Like everybody got kicked off my scope and then I couldn't get back on. It was weird. Only one time zone, got it. So folks, I'm usually not on Mondays. If you're not following me, please follow me so you can catch me when I do get on. And if you haven't shared, please share with your friends so that we can get some bodies in here to have a nice little session. So what I like to do is help people find either confirmation on where they are today or give you the steps that you need to achieve the goals that you want to achieve tomorrow. So that's the way that I love to use tarot, and hopefully what you're looking for is a transformative experience, because I think that's the best way to use tarot. At least I think it's one of the best ways to use tarot. If you're not looking for a transformative experience, then basically you're just getting some information you're not going to do anything with, and I don't want you to go through having information you don't want to do anything with. I want you to have information that is going to change your life, that is going to take you to your next step, that is going to take you one step further than you were today. So that's the way that I love to work with tarot and the types of questions that I like to help answer. It's certainly opportune to ask any kind of question, and there's couple different ways to get readings from me. Actually, there's three. One, you can go to my website and you can go to the shop at Coming Out Tarot and get a reading there. All you got to do is purchase a reading, and then we'll start talking about how you can schedule it with me. Two, there are two ways to get readings on Periscope. I offer a free way, and I offer a way that is a $10 donation. lightning bolts. So, two ways, free and one with a $10 donation. The donation one, if you go under the little Perry-do down there, there is a link and it's paypal.me/comingouttaro/10. That $10 donation gets you roughly a 10-minute reading and 2 cards. More insight, more advice on the question that you have to ask. The free version is a lottery system. Basically, I'll pull a number out of the deck and you guess a number between, hey warrior, between 0 and 21, and whoever guesses the number first gets a 1-card free reading. So if you're into the I'd like to try before I buy kind of thing, you can hang out and hope to win the lottery. But if you're really just getting to the point of, of I need a reading and I need more insight, then definitely you want to do that paypal.me/comingouttaro/10 option, because I'll push you to the front of the line. Right? Warrior brings such great energy into a room. I really enjoy having Warrior around. You just need advice from a gay situation. If you're just looking for advice that isn't like a reading, you're welcome to send me a DM on whatever. It's all Coming Out Tarot. You can send me a direct message if you want me to give you some input. Thanks, Warrior. No, not a tarot. Great. Are you two also near each other? Have I got the Brit crowd today? All right, guys, so if you're interested in the $10 option, make sure and let me know so that I can hold for a second while you do the donation, because you got to go to your browser and drop in paypal.me/comingouttaro/10. You're in Houston. Got it. But let's start with one of the lottery options. Yeah, X, just drop me a line on any of the channels that's best for you at Coming Out Tarot. Just throw me a DM and I'll follow up with you. So, here we go. We're gonna do the lottery option. So how the lottery works again is I'm gonna pull a card. Whoever guesses the number that I pull between 0 and 21. Yeah, Facebook, I've got Coming Out Tarot on Facebook too. Between 0 and 21, whoever guesses the number first gets that 1-card free reading, unless you want that 2-card $10 option where you get more insight and advice. So let's do the lottery. I'm gonna pull a card. Dun, 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 dun. These are all upside down. All right. Okay, so whoever guesses the number I've got first gets the 1-card free reading. Ah, there's a nice breeze blowing. Feels really nice. Warrior got it first. It was a 3. Woohoo! All right, Warrior. What's your question for me? How can I help you either take your next step or implement some change? Hey, Miss Missy. Hey, Milk and Diamonds. Hi, Chill Flow. Move over a little bit. So I got some room. Next step in the love reconciliation with this man I'm separated from. Were you, did we talk about this before? Were you separated the last time we talked about? Yes, you weren't separated then. At least you didn't mention you were. Hey, cause this is a Trill. I can't remember 100% what I told you the last time. Okay. Okay, so the card I pulled for you in your next steps is the Devil. That's my neighbor's music. So, where there's a lot of like energy going all over the place here. Like there's energy going left, energy going right. It's not like focused energy, which is probably also why I told you to find a way to meet in the middle, because it's going everywhere. Like it's rising, it's dispensing, it is crazy all over the place. There's a lot of something about this dude is very playboyish. He's very like non-committal, which is probably part of what's attractive to about him. Yeah. I think you have to, yeah, I think you have to meet him where he is. Do you? Yeah, I think one of the challenges for you and what you need to do to move this relationship forward when you do get together is you have to meet him where he is. It's going to be like you're going to want to continue to give him growth opportunities and give him ways that he can be better and change, and that's not the state that he's in right now, right? You're going to have to let him be where he is, because he's going to have to grow on his own. And it's probably going to be really hard for you. The problem is the two of you are meant to be around each other. Like you're connected somehow. Hey Renee. And that's the challenge, right? You're ultimately connected. I feel like I said that the last time too. Happy Memorial Day. Did I say that the last time too? Yeah, that sounds really, as I was saying it, I'm like, this sounds really, really familiar. Thank you, I will. Yeah, so that's going to be hard for you. You're going to need to like, no. You never, first of all, never, no, you don't have to do that. His level just is what it is. You don't, what your struggle should be is that you shouldn't try and change him. You have to accept him for where he is. And right now his energy's all over the place, and it's going to be, when he's ready to focus it, he'll be ready to focus it, but he's still got that playboy kind of energy. It's just going to be the way things are for right now. So your next step is like stepping back. Warrior, you're cracking me up. Everybody knows about this dude. And it sounds like, based on people who know the story a little more than I do, are in the same place. Alright, Warrior. Thanks, Warrior. Warrior, you got what you need to do? Yep, let him be. You can be, yeah, exactly, hell no. Yep, let him be. He's in that state. He's in that playboy state. His energy's all over the place. You can't fix that. He's got to figure that out for himself. I hope this one is, because it's amazing to me how like connected you're supposed to be. Sage sausage. You know what's funny is usually I have this group of guys that are doing the same thing you are, so I'm having this complete gender reversal in groups that are having amazing conversations. This is hilarious. You're a sore loser? Oh, don't fault yourself for falling in love easy. Hey, Geneva. So, is there anybody here who hasn't been here before? And their mamas? Wow, you gotta let him get that out of his system. I like it, Renee, I like it. How are you? Ain't that the truth, Ramya? Hey, John, how are you? Aries. Hello. So, anybody here who hasn't been here before? Raise your hand. Great, welcome. Even better, Warrior, even better, because hard truths, all you gotta do is get comfortable. I have never heard. Okay, great. So, just so you know, in case you're here, I appreciate it. Maybe, there's always two ways to get a reading. One's the free way, which is the lottery system that Warrior just won. So I do the lottery system every once in a while so everybody gets an idea of what it's like to have a reading from me. But you can always do a donation and get a reading for a $10 donation. The $10 donation is, if you look under the little Perry Dude, there's a link for paypal.me/comingouttarot/10. And if you do the $10 donation, then I'll pull 2 cards for you, spend about 10 minutes on your question, and give you more insight and actionable advice on how you can have a transformative experience of implementing change in your life based on your question. if you are not ready to do the $10 donation thing and you really just kind of want to try it out, then you can take your hand, try your luck at the free reading option. And the free reading option, like I said, is lottery. What I do is I pull a card, and whoever guesses the number of the card that I pull first gets that one card free reading. And I'll do that just a minute. If you haven't invited your followers, please invite folks to come in and spend some time with us in the room so we can get some good energy going on in here. There already is, and I'd love for everybody to benefit from that. You can also follow me. If you're not following me, I'm not normally on right now, so now's a great time to follow me so you can catch when I'm on. I'm usually on Fridays in the afternoon, but sometimes I'll jump on Tuesday. I don't always know. And so if you're following me, then you'll get the announcement that I'm going to be here. And that's the best way to get your chance to get that free reading or to do the $10 readings if you're not interested in jumping over to ComingOutTarot.com and doing the longer version yet. You will also get access to the tarot intention of the day. So about 7 o'clock Central, I jump on Periscope and do a tarot intention of the day, and it's a way for you to approach your day with mindfulness, thoughtfulness, and awareness so that you are going through your day with some actionable advice and moving the events, the outcome of the events that you'd like to achieve in the direction that you'd like that outcome to go. So it's a great reason to follow me because you'll get some great advice for the day. Is anybody interested in the $10 option? Because you got to go to your browser and dump in that link in order for the $10 option to work, and then I'll see it come through. And I want to make sure you get prioritized if you want to do that $10 option and get 2 cards. If no one's interested in the $10, then I will do the 1 card free in just a minute. Hey Winning, how are you? He's gross. All right, okay. I get you. All right, let's do the lottery system. Let's pull out another lottery option. So here's the way the lottery works. Just as a reminder, I'm going to pull a card. Anybody who guesses the number between 1 and 21. No problem, Max, whenever you're ready. So once I pull the card, you'll guess the number between 0 and 21. 0 and 21. Whoever guesses the number first gets that 1 card free reading. So let me just show you. I'm going to pull this card out. All right. Okay, so whoever guesses this number first between 0 and 21 gets that 1 card free. Nope. I love it when people guess the same number right next to each other. It fascinates me. Right? No, there it goes again. Nobody got it yet. LuLaRoe, you got it. LuLaRoe Lopez. It's 14. Yay, LuLaRoe. Rami, the last number I saw you put up was a 13. Hey, Jay. Sorry, Ramya, I didn't see it. All right, hey Linus, what is your question about long-term business success? Anything I need to do for that? Okay. What's your business? No, I tend to not do those. LuLaRoe Clothing. Hey, Linus. Hey, Painstone. All right, LuLaRoe, or Jen. Is your name Jen? Here's the card that I pulled for you. This is the Old Man. Yes, Jen. Okay, Jen. Pull the Old Man for you for your next step in finding success in your business. When the Old Man comes up for me, he's actually, this is different than what he normally means to me. So I would recommend that you find yourself a mentor. It's time to find a mentor, someone who can guide you on the business side of your business rather than the marketing side of your business. Someone who's tread the floorboards of what it means to run a business, to understand. Hey, Malta. Somebody who's had his this is gonna mix metaphors, but has had his hands in a lot of different pies. He knows the ins and outs, the pitfalls and the success points. You're looking for somebody who has not only probably led a successful team, but knows what it's like to be a part of one. He's going to be, I think he's going to be older. At least I would recommend finding a mentor who is older, not someone who is near your age. Not that I know how old you are, I'm just saying I would recommend someone older. And I think the way that you're going to know who this person is there's just going to be an energy and a glow about them. Hey, Codacious. Welcome back. There's just going to be this energy and glow about him that is going to be, it's just going to make him stand out from the crowd. In fact, he's the kind of person you might see in a crowd and he's just, there is this energy about him that makes him physically stand out from people. There's just, he is somehow greater than or bigger than or larger than life in his way. Which is unusual for this card for me, so that's surprising, but it's like standing out to me. He will have more than one mentee, so you wouldn't be the only one, so he's had experience in what it means to be a mentor. Probably has like 2 right now, for example. All right, so you're looking for a mentor, someone with some good experience. Awesome. Some people don't always need a mentor, you know. Some people just need to jump in and do what they got to do. In this case, I think it's going to be helpful for you. sun is finally starting to move. I'm ending up in a shadow. Hey, Winx. How are you? We were hay shipped. We were out the other day. Oh, have you? Awesome. So great confirmation and some traits to look out for, I guess, right? We were out yesterday. I don't know if you can see this, but I was wearing a short sleeve shirt and I got like, it's getting a little better, but it was so uncomfortable, like this nasty sunburn. It's still a little uncomfortable. But, so I was trying to stay out of the sun. Yeah, even like, I don't know if you can see it, but up here, it's getting a little better, but it got real, see, it's not like that over here at all. But over here, it was like super bright red. Really uncomfortable. It wasn't even like super sunny, you know, it was one of those overcast days that like, oh, I didn't know I was gonna, right? I didn't know I was gonna get burnt because it's overcast. It's all the Irish in me. We were meant to be stored underground with the rest of the potatoes. All right. Looks like we've got little, yep, often. It's feeling a little better now. I've got something that I put on it the last, yesterday, and I put a bunch of aloe on it basically yesterday, and it's feeling way better. All right, guys, so welcome. Just thought I'd jump on since it's a holiday and we've got some time to spend. Doing the same format as I usually do. If you're here on Fridays or have popped in when I've been on a Tuesday or a Thursday sometimes, same format. I am doing 2 ways to get a reading. One is the $10 option. Hey TJ, hey Moo. And one is the free option. The free option is a lottery system. So if you hang out in a little bit, I'll do a lottery. Basically, I'll pull a card. You guess the number between 0 and 21. Whoever guesses the number first to the card I pull gets that 1 card free reading. Or you can skip all that and skip the chance and do the $10 donation option, which is under the little Perry dude down there. There's a link for paypal.me/comingouttaro/10. Hey Kodaway. Drop $10 in that kitty and I will pull 2 cards for you and answer your question for about 10 minutes. And you'll get a little more insight and definitely some more actionable advice. So if someone guesses the number and they've just had a reading, I'll actually let someone else guess the number. So we'll move on. You don't get 2 free readings. Or sometimes the person who guesses the number and guesses the number again will hand off and say, you know what, I'll give that reading to someone else. So if you've had 1 free reading, that's your opportunity. I don't think I know Danny Keplinger. Keplinger? Chicago's a pretty big place. There's millions of people here. Hey Jack Tuya. Aloha Hawaii. Yay, did you Leo? There it is. That took a second to come through. All right. What kind of question can I help you with? So everybody hang tight. I'm going to do this reading for Mr. Leo. And then if anybody else wants to cue in on that $10 donation, you're welcome. or you can hang out for the next lottery. Eee. Okay, I love focus. You got anything else you wanna share with me? Or you don't know how to word it correctly? Okay, so let me ask you a few questions then. Are you single? Are you married? Are you dating? Single, manifesting the relationship you want. Okay. So if you're working on manifesting, that's what I was going to ask you. Are you looking for some next steps on the manifestation process? Are you looking for next steps on where to find this person? Are you looking for, hey Moonlit, for characteristics of who this person might be? I know, there's so many different ways to go, right? Thanks, Moonlit. So where you are in the process of manifestation right now to get there. Okay, how about what's holding you back and what can move you forward in this manifestation process? Awesome. That's part of my job. Narrow it down. Narrow it down. So, well, I've drawn 2 cards for you. There was one that jumped out while I was shuffling, so I will probably at some point reference this as the jumper, the 10 of Cups, just so you know it's out there. If anybody doesn't know, a jumper is when you're shuffling and a card just pops out of the deck, because to me, its voice needs to be heard and it is some sort of theme or influence on the rest of the reading. So the card that I've drawn for what's holding you back in the manifestation process you're going through is Venus of Willendorf. This is also known as the Mother of Cups, and in this deck is the highest manifestation of her suit. So in other decks, the King would be the highest manifestation. In this deck, the feminine, the Mother, is the highest manifestation. So as you're working through this Mama's got a lot of stuff going on. As you're working through this manifestation, I think the base of the work that you're doing is not stable. As I'm looking at her knees look like they're about to collide into each other. It looks extremely painful and uncomfortable. As she, like her weight is pushing her knees together, and she never looks like that to me, so this is significant. The basis you have for working through your manifestation is not as solid as it should be. That can mean several things. It could mean your your work needs a refresh. Your work might need the insight of someone that you would consider an expert. The manifestation work might need more insight, and what I mean by that is you might not have enough information during the course of the manifestation work. And more juice in different areas. It's the structuring of the manifestation and how it's working, plus the information that you're working with. There's not enough information that you're working with, and information is the only word I have to use because I'm not quite sure how you're going about it. But as you are inserting the details during the course of your manifestation, there's not enough there. Or at least there's opportunity for more. Additionally, the psychic nature of yourself, so the skills and abilities that you have as a psychic or an intuitive, are getting in the way. My phone is dropping. It's like your skill, or at least your ability to be open to other energy. Yeah, your ability to be open to other energy, insight, is getting in the way of you manifesting what you want. So there's information coming in instead of your information and manifestation going out. You're in your own way. I've never told anybody that before. That's a fascinating thing. The other thing that's standing out to me is her. Right? The other thing that's standing out to me is actually her chest, because it's never looked not supported before. She's always been, like, her body's always been very structurally sound to me, but her chest here looks incredibly unsupported, like she's wearing the oldest worn out bra ever. So to take that further, because that's standing out to me, I would recommend that, and it's part of this whole thing, right? You need more support in your manifestation process. So maybe there is opportunity to reach out to someone else and say, hey, here's what I've been working on. Is there another way that I can approach this? Is there a new way that I can work on this? Or am I on the right path? And just feel like you have more support. There is probably a group of friends that can be that support for you. It's like you and two other people. Or maybe three. Two are like standing out to me, and there is possibly a third person that is going to be that real strong rock and support system. Okay, moving on to the card that is what's going to help move you forward. So that's all the stuff that's in your way. Your own psychic intuitiveness is in your way of manifesting out. Your support system is necessary, and the foundation of how you're manifesting needs some reinvigorating. All right, second card. This is how you're moving forward. This is Bridget of Ireland, Saint Bridget. She's also the Daughter of Cups. Isn't it? It's one of my favorite cards in this deck. Leo, do you work with spirit guides or angels? Yeah, they're there. Um, you okay? They're there. There is one in particular. Yeah, okay, so there's one in particular that's meant to help you. You've probably heard this guide's voice in your head. It's all about you learning that that's the voice, and it's okay to listen to it. Yes, I want to say yes. When you said that, this lip curled, this on this side, the lip curled. So I would I would say yes. In fact, even the eyes look like they're smiling now. Yeah. Yeah, this with does the guide feel young too? Because when Bridget comes up, it usually represents someone young to me. Like it feels like a young energy. There's also, in this work, you're probably going to realize a lot more. He giggles and claps his hands. That's great. During this work, you're probably going to realize a lot of more stuff about yourself. In fact, it's going to feel a bit like a homecoming, like, oh, this is who I've always been. This is when my family talks about me, this is who I am. That kind of, I've always been this way, and then that got put away for a little bit. Hey, but welcome back, warrior. But now here it is, here I am, and I'm starting to feel like myself again. It's very much a, like, homecoming is the best word I can think of. It just feels like you can wash away all the pretense. All the pretense, and just be who you're meant to be. I would also say this is going to be an extremely emotional journey for you, and if you haven't already recognized that, just be prepared for it. It is not just an intellectual one by any means. Not oh shit. It should be. I mean, you're going through a lot of stuff to be connecting with this guide and going through this manifestation and coming into a sense and realization of really who you are, and at the same time knowing there's a support system out there, but you need to actually jump out and make use of it. That's gonna take you on quite the emotional journey. So just awareness of it, right? So that you can get through it in a way that isn't overwhelmed. You're welcome. This this guide is really, really strong. Keep working on how you communicate best, and let the guide know how you can communicate best. If it's if it's through meditation, or if it's through reading cards, if it's through some other way of connecting, then just let the guide know what's best for you, and that will all start to, hey, feel good, have coffee with the guide. Yep, it'll all start to come together. Once you let the guide know the best way for you to communicate, your relationship will start to change. I've had the same experience. Thanks, Stacy. I've had the same experience. I used to constantly hear voices from the guides that were helping me, and it freaked me out. I wasn't ready for it. And I said, you know what, one of the best ways for me to work is with the cards. And ever since then, there are things that happen in the cards that allow me to see what the message they're trying to get across, which has been easier for me. So start the conversation. And I'm telling you, this guide is like seriously wants to talk to you. Seriously. Because if it's the he we've been talking about, he does not want to leave connecting with me. Like super intensely. He wants to talk to you. So what you should do is leave and go talk to this dude. So he leaves me alone. Because he's trying to get to you through me. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Stacy. Yeah, I'm a tool. All right. You got some stuff you can work on, right? Right, Leo? Jana, you're on your way? That was good. I appreciated it. Hey, Zoo. Yep, you're gonna want to watch this one back probably. There's a lot that happened in there. Hey Alex, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Awesome, I'm glad. That's what I hope for. Hey Bobby. There is lots of like barbecuing going on around me and other yard work, and it smells really, really good. Perfect. All right. So, thanks for stopping in. What are you watching? Do you know? Anything good? Isn't it? I wish I could hide those power lines. I just have to be up really close. Oh, well, have fun with that. It's probably one you've seen 50 times then. Right? Thanks, Leo. Appreciate it. Have a good time, Stacy. I'll see you later. All right, friends. So, anybody here who hasn't been here before? If you haven't been here before, raise your hand. Bobby, welcome. So my name's Seth. Hey, B. Hugh Benner. My name's Seth. I run ComingOutTarot.com. You can always find out more about me at ComingOutTarot.com. But for the immediate future, hi. Here's what happens. So I love to jump on every once in a while and do tarot readings for folks. Normally I'm on Friday evenings, and so since this is a holiday and I had some time, I thought I'd jump on. So I'm not normally here. So if you've been watching along and you're, hey, see it, and you're enjoying what you're seeing, just make sure you follow me so you can catch me when I do jump on. If you're not able to find me on my normal time on Fridays, or at 7 o'clock in the morning Central when I jump on and do the tarot intention of the day. That intention of the day is a way for you to approach your day with thoughtfulness, mindfulness, and awareness, so that you're able to move the events during the course of your day in the direction of the outcome you'd like them to go. Anyway, what's going on here is there are two different ways to get a reading here. I am, thank you. I hope you're having one too. So two different ways. One is a paid way, one is a free way. The free way is the lottery system. So basically what'll happen is I'll pull a card and you guess a number between 0 and 21, and whoever guesses the number that I pull first gets a 1-card free reading. Or if you're just dying to get a reading, you can do a $10 donation with the paypal.me/comingouttarot/10. And when you drop that $10 donation in there, I will pull 2 cards for you and spend about 10 minutes on your question. So you'll get more actionable advice, more insight into your question, probably some clear confirmation. So the free version are numbers between 0 and 21. Now, if anyone's interested in the 2-card $10 version, let me know, because you got to go to that link in your browser. It's paypal.me/comingouttarot/10, and then I'll see it come through, and I want to make sure I prioritize you over the lottery system. So if you're interested in that $10 free reading and you don't want to take a chance on missing an opportunity to have a reading, then definitely let me know, and then jump out, go do that donation at paypal.me/comingouttarot/10. Hey Gregory. That's okay, you don't have to have PayPal. Okay, so I was thinking I'd like to send you an email with validation about the readings you gave me the other day. I would love that. Please, please, please. If you don't already have my email, you can always go to comingouttarot.com. There's a way to send me email there, a way to contact me. I would love to hear what happened. Hey, Sia. Okay, I'm trying to get this. So it's Hey Treasure Box and Natasha's World. So let's do this. Let's do this lottery. So you can, if you're interested in doing the try before you buy. Yeah, happy to hear. No worries about length. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to pull a card. Whoever guesses the number after I say go, between 0 and 21 gets that 1-card free reading. So I'm going to pull a card. Okay. So is everybody ready? Everybody ready to guess? You got your number pads up? So whoever guesses the number between 0 and 21 gets the 1-card free reading. Go. Hey Viper. Boom, boom, boom. I need some music out here. See ya! See, you got it. It's 2. That's some beginner's luck. Just popped in. Yay! Alright, Sia, so the kind of tarot readings that I love to do help give you confirmation where you are today and give you steps to achieve the goals that you want to achieve tomorrow or whenever they are in the future. So what kind of question can I help you with? No, anybody can do the PayPal thing. Anybody. It's paypal.me/comingouttarot/10. You just got to drop it in your browser. It doesn't actually work in the PayPal app. You got to do it in the browser. Feeling disillusioned? Looking for clarity? Hey, Looky Low. Okay, so what are you looking for clarity on, Sia? What are you disillusioned about? Hey, Margie. Relationships. Welcome. Okay. That would explain why the Two of Cups flipped over while I was shuffling. Okay, so are you in a relationship right now? Are you married? Are you single? Are you divorced? Are you wanting to get divorced? Are you trying to get out of a relationship? Are you trying to get into a relationship? You're single. What could you possibly be disillusioned about as a single person related to relationships? Great, you want to be in one. Hang out, Margie, and I'll explain again in just a minute. So I'm doing one for Sia. Okay, so Sia, here's a couple options for you since I'm pulling one card. We could look at some traits for the person you should keep your eye out for that would be a great partner for you, or we can look for next steps for you to find a partner that would be suitable. Hey, Perfectly Sage, which one of those sounds better? Traits or next steps? Next steps, okay. Welcome, hang out, and I'll explain a little bit more about what's going on in a second. Okay. Where you stand with someone that you're trying to date. Hey, Adam. Welcome. Okay. Okay, got it. All right, so Sia, the card that I've drawn for you for next steps. Thanks, Bobby. For next steps, in order to find the partner that is going to be right for you, is Chief Seattle. If you don't know anything about Chief Seattle, he's quite the spokesman for tribes in the Pacific Northwest, one particular tribe. When he comes up in readings for me, especially in next step spots, he, to me, is about advocating for self and advocating for others. So actually, because we're talking about you and the next step that you need to take in order to find the partner you're looking for in a relationship that is the right partnership, it's time to start advocating for yourself. So all of those changes that you're starting to notice or you're starting to feel, it's the energy shifting, and you can ride that wave and be a part of that energy shifting by speaking up for what it is that you really want, what you're really looking for in a partner. And if you're not sure what that is, you might want to sit down and make a list or talk it out with some people to figure out what it is you're really looking for. But if you don't advocate for yourself, you're just going to end up with a partner that doesn't meet the needs that you're looking for. I would also be extremely clear on the type of emotional connection that you're looking for. Some people like very distant emotion relationships. Some people like very intimate emotional relationships where there's a lot of emotion expressed. And some people need a balance where there is less emotion but a lot of emotion between the other person. So I get really clear on the emotional side of things because I think that actually you're more on the less emotional side, and you might need to figure out how to make that work for yourself. Perfect. All right, so that's your next step. Advocating, figuring out what it is that you really want, and thinking through the emotional balance of the relationship that you'd like to have. I hope that was helpful for you. Okay guys, so if you are new here, you're welcome, thank you. If you're new here, raise your hand. I'm about to explain how all this works, who I am and what's going on. Thank you for those hearts, I really appreciate those. All right, oh good, Margie, you're still here. Okay, so I'm about to do a reading for Babette, but before I do that, I just want to explain real quick. There are two different ways to get a reading. My name's Seth. I run ComingOutTarot.com. You can find out more about me there, but primarily, that's you? Great. Hang on, Bobby. I'll get to your reading in just a sec as soon as I do a quick little intro. Two ways to get a reading. Bobby just did a donation of $10. The easiest way to do that is to go to paypal.me/ComingOutTarot/10. And when you do a $10 donation, I'll pull 2 cards for you to answer your question, which means you'll get more information, more insight, more actionable advice. And if you are not interested in the 2-card $10 donation option, hang out. I'll do a lottery system, and whoever wins the lottery gets a 1-card pre-reading. But it's definitely not as much insight as that roughly 10-minute 2-card reading. So that's the way it works. Right now, I'm going to do Bobby's reading because she jumped the lottery line, making sure she's going to get in. So Bobby, what kind of question do you have for me? The way that I love to use tarot is to, good on you, right? Because you never know if you're going to make that lottery system, and I'm not going to be here forever. So the way that I love to use tarot is to confirm where you are today and give you actionable steps that you can put into play in order to achieve your goals tomorrow or whenever that goal is meant to be realized for you. So that's the way that I love to use tarot. I want it to be a transformative experience for you. I want you to walk away with something that you can do to change your life rather than feeling like you just got some information you can't do anything with. Because I've been at tarot readings like that and I don't like them. So Bobby, what's your question? God, it smells good out here. There's lots of barbecue going on. It's grilling everywhere. People have cut their grass, so it's like springy, summery. Something smells vaguely like pizza, which is weird. You're in a great place for the last 6 months. About to make a career change, and I'm nervous. I'm in Chicago, right? Okay. What are you nervous about? Hey, Apogee. How am I doing on battery? Just checking. Okay. If you're making the right choice for you. All right. So let's talk about what kind of answer I can give you that'll help you know if you're making the right choice. Would you like some more information on the culture or the organization that you're going to? Would you like some more information on what your peers or your boss might be like? Would you... what else could I help you with? We could talk about what might hold you back in this new role and what might propel you forward in this new role. Which one of those sounds good? So information about culture, information about peers and bosses, or what could be holding you back from success and what can move you forward towards success in the new role. Thanks, Denari. It is. It's beautiful here. It's the perfect weather. Thanks, see it? That's my favorite way for them to be. I mean, otherwise, what's the point, right? At least to me, what's the point? So, Bobby, okay, in the past year, you have 2 jobs, and I'm not a job jumper. Will I get along with a new culture? Okay, let's take a look at that. What's the industry, by the way? Behavioral therapy. Okay, so I'm going to describe what the culture is that you can expect, and then that should give you some insight on whether or not it's going to be the right fit. The 2 cards that I pulled to help me better understand the culture is the 9 of Stones and the Son of Stones, Chief Seattle, who we just saw. After all that shuffling, he came back. He's got a lot to talk about. So, 2 things. I think that yeah, he does. I think that the systems within the organization that you're going to, all of the systems are, while not the pinnacle of what they could be, they're advanced. They are at a point where there is a clear process. It may be an overworked process. There may be a lot going on that sometimes it's not a clear through line about everything you need to do, but most of the processes, hey JJ, exist for a reason and will be fairly clear, and you'll be able to see why you need to take the steps you need to take in order to, hey Irish, to get the things done that you need to get done. So that includes things like making sure that paperwork is done the right way, that you go through the right channels at work in order for things to get done. It also includes when you want to do something new, that there is steps for you to follow in order to put that new thing into practice. So it's a very organized, structured place that was built off of, hey Zombie, built off of what I would call some emotional response. So the people who built all of this structure and built the way things work, built it because they were responding to challenges that they ran into in the workplace. And there may be people there still who helped build the systems that exist today, and they'll probably be pretty sensitive about them. So what you might want to be careful with is when you go in and say something like, well, this is dumb, why do I have to do that? You might be standing in front of the person who helped create it. So lots of systems, primarily advanced systems. They're there for a reason. There are people that are emotionally connected to those systems. So how you feel about them until you've been around for a little while. It also might feel, hey big sister, it also might feel like there's a bit of a, at a certain point, a bit of a vortex of those systems. Like, God, we got to go through all this stuff to get something done, even though it's there for a reason. So that's the first card. That's the 9 of Stones. part of that is probably not unfamiliar to you, right? That's just part of that type of industry. But it is unique to the place that you're going, that it has such defined structure, right? So the second card, the Chief Seattle card, one of the things that, and I won't put a value judgment on this of good or bad, one of the things you might notice about this place is that they like to advocate for those who are who don't have the power to advocate for themselves. And I take that in the vein of being, hey Rocker, being able to advocate at a political level, or a, you know, like a state level, so that they're speaking with politicians to say things aren't working the way they're supposed to work. And this office likes to be in on those conversations. Which means if you haven't had an avenue to have your voice heard in an advocacy way before, now you do. You just got to meet the person who does it. So you can be a part of that. I also think that the advocacy is, it's kind of where this place, not kind of, I feel like it's where this place started. It's the lightning rod. It is the energy and what birthed this particular organization, was being able to be advocates. So it's strong, a strong part of the culture. In fact, it's ingrained, and it's encouraged. There's probably also somewhat of a religious connection to this organization. Maybe it's owned by a church, or someone who is a leader in the organization is extremely religious. One of those two things. There is a religious connection to this organization. And if you're not comfortable with that, that can be its own challenge. But if you are comfortable with it, so much the better. But there is a part of this organization that has religion attached to it, or at least some sort of spirituality. The organization is pretty set in its ways, even though it has the opportunity to try and make change for others. It's pretty rooted in the way that it works, and it's not going to take well to change. So if you're coming in and seeing that there's an opportunity for change in order to do something better, it's not going to be extremely easy to do, and you're going to need to find a way to navigate how to implement change in a place that is pretty structured already and set in its ways. So there's a lot of information about the culture. I hope that is helpful for you in knowing if you're in the right place, or at least how to manage yourself in it as you step into this new role. It's interesting. How so? Uh-huh. I'm laughing because that's part of what we just talked about. Yeah, it was started in advocacy. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that is. It felt like a little side note, like something you should be aware of rather than this big important thing. So I'll add that for what it's worth. things are flying in my face. Maybe it's just her. Maybe it's just her, because it's something that came up when I was talking about the start of the organization. But I don't know. There is a connection to religion somehow. Yeah, I wonder who the owners are. You might look into the owners too, because that was the other thing. I wasn't sure if it was just how it was started, and it's this woman who started it because she's has her own religious stuff, or are the owners connected to the Catholic Church or the Lutherans or whatever. Hey Zaisa. All right. So I hope that was helpful for you, at least in not only confirmation, but giving you some more insight. Perfect. Good, good, good. I'm glad. Well, thank you. Thanks for a wonderful question. I love when I get questions that are helpful for people. So that would be an entirely different reading. You're welcome to go to the website and purchase a longer one, or if you're interested in doing another 10-minute, then I'm happy to do one for you. That is something that definitely takes a lot of focus for me. So I'm happy to help you with that. And you're always welcome. I mean, if you want to do another 10-minute, you're welcome. And I will try and do that for you tonight too. I've only done that every once in a while because it's a skill that while I know that I have, I'm building. So we can do our best. Okay. Thanks, Bobby. All right, folks. Thank you. If you just dropped in, welcome. My name's Seth. I run ComingOutTarot.com. You can find out more about me at ComingOutTarot.com. I'm generally only on Fridays, so if you haven't followed me, make sure you follow me, because sometimes I do surprise readings for folks. And there's a couple different ways to get a reading from me. One is a free way, one is a paid way. It all depends on what's best for you, and if you really, really need to jump in for a reading tonight. And Bobby, don't feel like you need to not do the question about your sister. It's kind of you to let other people jump in, but if you're interested, then we can do it. So the free version is a lottery system. Basically, I'll pull a card. Whoever guesses the number between 0 and 21 that I pulled gets a 1-card free reading. The $10 reading gets you 2 cards, more insight, and some actionable advice on your question. And I spend about 10 minutes on your question. So I'm gonna do the lottery system. So I'm gonna pull a card, and whoever guesses the number of the card that I pulled gets the 1-card free reading. Okay. So everybody got their number pads up? All right, go. Hey Cindy, how are you? Great, hold tight, Lauren. Thanks, Cindy. If you guys aren't following Medium Cindy, you should be. Especially you, Bobby. Well, thank you. Thanks for dropping in. Corey, you got it. 7. Thank you. I appreciate it. Whoa! You too, guys. If you're not following Cindy, tap that little "have a great one" and make sure you follow her so you can catch when Cindy's on. There she is one more time. Tap it on there. Hey, Susan. Perfect. Good. Good. She does some amazing work. You're going to want to catch her if she's on live. She occasionally does free readings live, and is definitely, she's a medium, does some amazing work. And she's hilarious. All right, Corey, what's your question? Yeah, it can be for some people. What's something that's going on in your life you'd like some more insight on? Or something you'd like to change? The battery's going to start to get low soon. Okay, so hey Custom, before we go down this road, first I want you just to know I'm not a doctor, I don't pretend to be, I'm not a mental health professional, I don't pretend to be, and if you're looking for insight or guidance on your mental or physical health, you should really go see a professional. Just as a quick disclaimer, what is it about your health that I can give you more insight on? Because that's a great topic, but it's not a question. You have a tumor and a stomach disorder. Okay. You just want to know how it's going to get, how long it might take for it to go away. Are they related? Hey Jenna. So the card I drew for you is the star. The recommended step that I would have for you, and you definitely need to seek out a professional to move this forward, or to even decide if you should implement this advice based on the health conditions you're concerned about, is homeopathic. I wouldn't always recommend that, especially based on what you're talking about. There's usually medication that can help shrink a tumor, or that can also manage stomach issues. But in this case, I think homeopathic is a way to go. I would also tell you that this is at least an 8-year or double that, between 8 and 16-year journey. It's not something that's going to go away fast. You've got a long road ahead of you. Happy Memorial Day, Anika. I'm not a sugarcoater, and I don't ever plan to be, so I want you to know that. This is a long journey. It's going to take a lot of strength from you to move forward, and I think homeopathic is a way that can help you in a way that traditional medication may not be able to. So, I hope that is helpful. I don't know, so we're pulling one free card, so that's as far as I got. But what I would do is recommend that you start to have a conversation with your medical professional about how homeopathy may be able to help you, and why there might be a length of time based on whatever it is that you're working through. Yep. Yeah, it's my comfort level with health questions is about as far as we got, because I want to make sure that you're actually talking to someone who knows what they're talking about. So that's at least the direction that you can start to ask more questions about. And when you start to see the length of time it takes for things to be achieved, you probably will realize somewhere between 8 and 16 years have gone by. And it looks like Renee has a great suggestion: talk to a naturopath. Renee is my favorite information backup. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, so, oops, I hope I didn't lose everybody. Lauren, thanks for your donation. Are you still here? Hoping you're still here. And you were a combat medic. Jeez, Renee, you've been all over the place. All right. See it to believe it. Thanks for that donation. So we're going to pull 2 cards for you. Hey, Midnight Lotus. There's something sexy about that. What's your question? See it to believe it. Moving in positive direction in my relationship with my brother. All right, is he younger, older? Just curious. He's did a weird. We have conflict. My brother and I used to have a lot of conflict. Year and a half, yeah. Oh, no wonder you have conflict. Or at least that could be one reason you have conflict. Got it. So see, I pulled 2 cards to help better understand the relationship and what might be holding you back from having the best relationship you can have with your brother, and what can move you forward in that relationship. You know, what can help repair and improve it. The card that I pulled for what's holding you back is the Magician. I think it's a bit of an old hurt here that you both probably don't 100% remember anymore. It's become part of the fabric of your lives rather than to have conflict, rather than remember why the conflict was there in the first place, which is pretty ingrained right? In fact, there's this big rock that looks like it have a lot of moss on it, and this big old tree, and it just looks very, very old and stationary and static. When that kind of issue has allowed to become the norm, it's really hard to move on into something new. I think the biggest challenge is that at this point, it's really not at least to me, it doesn't feel like the emotional pain anymore. It's the mental place you're like, well, no, she just can't now, or I can't now. You've reached a point where both of you have talked yourself out of the opportunity to have a better relationship. So it's all mental at this point, which is, to me, harder to get past than emotional, because emotional, at least you could yell at each other and get some shit out on the table, right? When it's mental, now you're basically, two chess pieces battling it out without any kind of emotional response. You're just at a point where you're making moves, and that doesn't help anybody. I also don't think there's any resolution to this problem. Not the relationship, but whatever the problem was in the first place, I don't think there's a resolution. Hey, your guy. So the effort to try and resolve whatever caused the wound in the first place, I don't think it can be solved. Which means basically that you have to find a way to build on where you are today and move on. The card that I've drawn for what can move you forward is the Four of Stones. And essentially that's where this is going. You need to rebuild the basic structure of your relationship, knowing that there is this past thing that is never going to go away and that you just have to accept it. The two of you need to truce this shit out through some conflict, and having conflict resolution or a mediator may be helpful in order to actually accept that this is a part of your lives, and then move beyond that thing that is a part of your lives. As you start to work through the conflict resolution, emotions are going to bubble up again. Yeah, that's really, I think it's important, because the two of you are so stubborn that you're not going to be able to do this on your own. You're just literally you're both stuck. And a mediator who can help you through the conflict resolution can help you start to at least speak, get those emotions to the surface, and then move past them. Because right now you're just ignoring them. You're all just in your head playing the game, and buried all that emotion. I think that it's going to be pretty raw and uncomfortable. I think it's going to feel like demons are coming back to haunt you. Right. It's very much both of you. Very, very much both of you. It's not just him. At least from my perspective, not knowing either of you personally, from my perspective, you're both pretty immovable on this thing. Hey Wazoo. Hey Purple. I don't know why this is important, but there's a dog. Like, there's something about a dog. Which could just be a family pet, but this thing looks like a dog. I don't know why the dog is here. Okay. So the dog's showing up, possibly, dogs can also, for me, be about family, familial relationships, loyalty, and it's showing up in the card about moving forward. So if there wasn't anything related to a dog, and it is just a symbol in order to get to the better, to get to the larger thing about moving you forward, then loyalty is part of the recipe to move the two of you forward, particularly from your end. It's probably something that he's looking for. Yeah. Okay, so you're looking for it? That could, if you feel you're looking for it, then that's where it's coming from. It's my guess was that he was looking for it. So that's interesting. Well, then I'm gonna go with my instinct and say he's looking for it. So somehow, I'm not sure he feels that the loyalty is there, which maybe is part of the wound, part of the hurt, part of the I've moved into my head and I'm not going to think about that anymore. For as much as you think you've proven your loyalty, maybe he just doesn't believe it. So, hot show feet. That's the first time somebody's, other than Rob, Strawberry Phillies, if you guys know him, who did it for a joke. Great, so you've got a lot of steps to go, right? You've got the loyalty thing to work out, mediator that you're going to need. You're both being pretty stubborn, no matter your view or his view, you're both being pretty stubborn. There's a lot of past demons that are going to get dredged up through this conflict resolution. And I don't think there's any way to resolve this past thing. You're going to have to build on top of that through this conflict resolution. So you got a lot of work to do. Hey, Alana. You got a lot of work to do. Well, thank you. I hope this was helpful for you. Right? What a mess. Okay. Ooh, getting down to 28%. Did I go somewhere? Okay friends, so if you are new here and haven't been here before, my name is Seth. I run ComingOutTarot.com. You can always find out more about me there. I'm generally not on Mondays. This was a surprise because it's a holiday. I'm normally on Fridays. So if you're not following me, then definitely follow me so you can catch me when I jump on, because I do jump on every once in a while. And if Friday evenings aren't the best time for you to catch me, if you follow me, you'll at least get a notification that I'm jumping on, sometimes on Tuesday evenings. I also, oh, that's weird. I also do the intention of the day every morning. So on weekdays, 7 Central, I'll jump on and do an intention of the day that gives you some advice or actionable advice that'll help you be more mindful, thoughtful, and aware in the course of your day, and as you try and move events in the outcome and or in the direction of the outcome you'd like them to go. So that's a bonus. If you follow me, you'll also get access to that. Now, a few ways to get readings from me. You can always go to comingoutarot.com/shop to book a reading if you'd like one of my longer ones. Or while you're on here today, there are two ways. There is the free option where you hang out. We'll do a lottery system, and you guess a number based on a card I pull from the deck. Whoever guesses the number first gets a 1-card free reading. If you're not willing to chance it and you really want to get a reading, then there is a paid version. It's a donation of $10. You go to paypal.me/comingoutarot/10. Drop $10 in that kitty and I'll pull 2 cards for you and answer your question with more insight, and actionable advice than if I had just pulled 1 card for the free reading. So that's the 2 ways to get a reading: donation and free via lottery. I hope that was a bird. It looked like it was falling, didn't it? Thanks for those little heart bumps in there. Okay. So we're going to do another lottery version. My battery's getting low. I'm at 25. A Memorial Day coupon. I laugh because that was my no. Hey Adam, how are you? Okay, so we're gonna do a lottery. What I'm gonna do is pull a card. Hi! And the first person to guess the number that I pull gets a 1-card free reading. There, I dumped a couple. Hey Kit. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this card. There we go. And after I say go, the first person to guess the number between 0 and 21, I'm gonna guess between 0 and 21. Whoever guesses the number first gets a 1-card free reading. Okay, go. See it. Thank you. Awesome, I'm looking forward to it. It's the Jeopardy theme, right? Or at least, keep going between 0 and 21. Whoever guesses the number first gets that 1-card free reading. Sometimes people guess it right away, and sometimes it takes a little bit. This is going to be one that seems like it's going to take a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. God, the barbecue around here smells amazing. I've got to get inside and get some dinner going. Susan Martin, you got it. It's an ace. It's the 1, Susan Martin. Woohoo! All right, Susan. I'm not sure I remember your name, so I'm not sure if you've been here before. 42. The readings I like to do give you an opportunity to either confirm where you are today or figure out the steps that you need to put into place in order to achieve your goals tomorrow or whenever in the future you're trying to achieve your goal. And I want your reading to be a transformative experience, so you walk away from here with something to do to change your life. So that's the point of tarot readings for me, and that's the way I like to approach them. So what's your question? Financial abundance. no problem. That actually wasn't as slow as you thought it was. So, Susan, couple things. One, it's going to take at least 5 months for any kind of financial abundance to even start coming into play. But you got work to do before that even happens. So that won't occur unless you put in the effort. The card I've drawn from you is the Five of Wands. What you need to do now in order for that 5-month thing to start happening, like to even see finances increase, is you've got a lot of brainstorming to do in order to come up with the ways that you can increase your finances, because it's not just going to happen by accident. You're going to have to put in the work. You've got to work through ideas. You got to sit down with maybe other people and come up with some of those ideas. You got to throw out the ones that don't work, keep the ones that do, and focus on one single idea. If you can focus on one single idea that's going to help your finances increase, if you focus there, in 5 months you're going to start to see the results of that and the fruit of that labor. It won't be outstanding by any means, but you're going to see that increase start to happen, and then you'll at least have the nugget of what it is that you need to do to increase your financial state. So, work to do on your own. You got to figure out what things you can do in order to increase it, and then you got to pick one, focus on it, do everything you can to make that thing work. Got your next steps? Awesome. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. All right, friends, my battery is about to die and I gotta go make dinner. So it's been about 2 hours, so I thank you all for being here. If you've been here from the beginning, thank you very much. I know, it was going nuts yesterday. It kicked everybody off my scope and I couldn't get back on. It drove me out the freaking wall. If you haven't followed me, make sure you follow me so you can catch me the next time I pop on. Normally I'm on Friday evenings around 6 o'clock Central, so you can find me then. You won't get the message when I show up as a surprise like I did today. You'll also get access to the tarot intention of the day, which is a way to approach your day with mindfulness, thoughtfulness, and awareness. No problem. Thanks, Susan. So I hope to see you all again soon, and I will talk to you later. Bye.